Well, it has been a busy summer at the Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga. Not one, but two baby penguins to care for. And yes, they are both getting lots of TLC. Joining us this morning with more is Holly Gibson, one of the aquarium's penguin experts. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
Well, certainly a treat. You are in there in a special area with two of these little penguins. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, they're actually not so little anymore. They are right around 50 days old right now. When they first hatched, they were a little over 100 grams, and as of our last weighing, right now they're about 9 to 10 pounds. So they grow very quickly in a very short amount of time. They still have a few weeks left to go before they can leave their nests and join the rest of the colony, but they are growing very quickly and doing very well. They're enjoying some snow back here. We have some shaved ice or snow on the ground, and they really seem to like that.
Absolutely. They're cooling off a little bit. And we understand, of course, when it comes to penguins, very curious, very active, and they look like they are certainly that way as well.
They are, yeah, especially this species. We have two different species here. We have Gen 2 penguins and macaronis. And these are two Gen 2 penguin chicks. And just in general, the Gen 2 penguins seem to be pretty curious. And definitely once they started getting older and more mobile, they would walk around and explore a lot. So we definitely have some explorers in our backup area here. They like to climb on things. They like to just kind of look around. It's funny because when we introduce them to each other, they weren't so much really interested in themselves, each other, as they were in just all the things that were surrounding them.
And I understand too, they like to talk. They're quite vocal.
They're very vocal. You could kind of hear a little bit of it, but especially when they're in with their parents, they vocalize a lot when their parents are vocalizing. They vocalize a lot when they are hungry, when they want food. So yeah, they're little chatterboxes.
Very fun. They were talking a lot right before the interview. Now they seem to be quiet as they're, listening to what we're saying about them, right?
Yeah, I think they're just kind of, everything that's going on, I think they're just kind of absorbing everything.
And Holly, take us back in time. I know, so June, of course, early June was when they hatched. And of course, a lot of TLC, a lot of doctor's appointments as you guys really watched their growth.
Yeah, absolutely. So they actually laid their eggs in late April, and they hatched the 7th and 8th of June. And since then, we've been doing 3 weighings a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. We've been weighing them. And the vet always comes to take a look at them and make sure that they're healthy. And they've been doing really, really well. They've always been ahead of their weight for their age. So they've always been a little bit chunky for their age, but that's perfect. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, and I liked how you could really tell using that, kind of putting them in that bowl when you guys were weighing them. You could tell how quickly they were growing.
Yes, so we use a small bowl at first, but eventually they outgrow that, and then we kind of graduate to a bucket.
Yeah.
And when they are too big for the bucket, then we just put them on a larger scale. So they grow extremely fast.
And of course, they're going to be joining the penguin population here. And you guys have quite an exhibit where people can really look in and watch. And I know right now, too, we've been even checking out the online camera, which is so fun because people just love watching the penguins.
Yeah, so it'll be about another 3 weeks or so until they can join the rest of the colony. So right now, they are still in the nest with their parents. And you can see one of those nests on our webcam. It's Roxy and Beaker's nest, so you can still watch them while they're still in the nest. They are growing a lot of their adult feathers. I don't know if you can see on the top of their head, they kind of have that white stripe on the top of their head. Those are their adult feathers. They didn't have that when they were younger, and they need those adult feathers, or sometimes we call them their waterproof feathers, in order to be able to swim. So right now, they still have a few more weeks to go. They need to gain some muscle. Their flippers need to harden up a little bit, and they need to grow those waterproof adult feathers before they can join the rest of the group. But once they're old enough, then we give them a swim test in our backup area. We make sure that they can swim first, and then we give them visitation on the exhibit until we feel comfortable to let them out on their own, and then they'll join the rest of the group.
Sounds like they take baby steps. Got to make sure they're ready for the big plunge, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well, certainly a big attraction at the aquarium, and you have lots of other animals and fish and all kinds of good stuff there as well.
We do, yeah, lots to see here always.
All right, well, I love the website. Holly, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Thank you.
And don't forget, you can see these guys coming up soon when they get big enough in with the other penguins. And for more, you can always check out the website. Of course, they're right there in the heart of Chattanooga, the Tennessee Aquarium. We'll be right back.